September is Suicide Prevention Month, and you hear a lot this time of year about how to keep your mind as healthy as possible.
But what happens when that's not enough? How do you come back from a mental health crisis, whether it's going to the hospital or even surviving suicide? KAKE's Pilar Pedraza introduces us to one woman whose purpose in her pain is by focusing on others. Pilar.
In 2022, life was taking me down a road to a destination I didn't realize I was headed for.
On a September Saturday, Tracy Hall is spending her free time sharing her own struggles in the hopes it will make a difference in others' lives.
It was one thing after another with little time to process in between events. My brain overloaded and I felt it shutting down like a computer. It led me to being ready to end my life.
The Mulvane Mental Health Walk is a long way from where she was 3 years ago, sitting in a Wichita ER, waiting for a psychological evaluation.
They said that if I come to the ER, they have to take me. And so I was there for 51 hours in the ER waiting for space to open up in the psychiatric observation unit.
2022 had been one of those years where everything seems to go wrong until she just couldn't take it anymore.
Wondering, do I really want to still be on this earth? Did I really want to take my own life? That sort of thing.
For her, the hospitalization helped, but afterwards she found herself wondering how to move forward once again.
They say purpose from the pain, and coming out of the hospital, I had no idea what that could look like. I just knew I couldn't go back to the same life that I had.
She wanted to talk to others who'd been through similar experiences.
As I was looking for support groups or just something to kind of like share my experience and bond over that, I didn't really find any groups like that.
So she started her own support group on Facebook, calling it the Semicolon Society, named for a little-used punctuation mark that's taken on great meaning in mental health circles.
The semicolon signals the choice to continue your life story, just as an author chooses to continue a sentence with it rather than ending it.
So far, she says, the private group has been mostly her sharing her own mental health ups and downs, with other members cheering her on. She hopes to see it grow into something more, though.
I don't want anybody to feel like they are alone like I was. I don't want anybody to sit in the ER without any help.
We are human creatures and we need that connection so badly, and I think we're lacking that greatly in our world today.
Hillary Zwetzig with Mental Health America says building a support system is vital to keeping the mind healthy. Family, friends, and coworkers can all play a role, but finding someone who's been through a similar crisis can be invaluable.
We are finally recognizing, that peer-to-peer is really important. To have people that understand and then are able to use their experience to relate to what you experienced.
She says online support groups are a great option if you can't find anyone locally to speak to. They can even provide benefits you can't get in person sometimes.
Sometimes it can be a lot easier to unload on a stranger.
But there's no replacing that in-person contact we all need, which is why Tracy is here.
There is no shame in asking for or receiving help or being honest about the state of your mental health.
Hoping to build a big enough circle in her group to start in-person meetings, too.
There's just such a different energy exchange that happens to heal in community when you're face-to-face with someone.
And Tracy will be speaking again at Hope Fest at WSU this weekend. You can find the Semicolon Society group on Facebook. Tracy has made it easy with this QR code. If you're struggling with your mental health, you can also call Mental Health America's Warm Line at any time, 316-260-2340, to speak with a peer counselor. And if you're in a crisis right now, call or text 988 to get immediate help. Pilar Pedraza, KAKE News, on your side.
Thank you, Pilar. To watch more special content like this report, just go to kake.com/content+.